Kustbrouwerij Dunekeun winter beer.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got one here from a place called Middelkerk in Belgium, and specifically in Middelkerk it's a place called Leffinga, and we did a gig there in 2010 I think it was. No, it was 2009. No, I lie. It was my 40th birthday, so that would have been 2010, and it was in the Red Devils, who are a motorcycle club. It was in their clubhouse, which is based in a place called Leffinga, and stupid me, I thought that's the place Leffe was brewed. It wasn't. This is in a place called Middelkerk, which is right near the coast, hence the name Kustbrouwerij, which means coast brewery in English, and Dunekeun is the name of the beer. Now it's a winter beer, and it is a quite strong winter beer, very much in keeping with the Belgian winter beer style. And what's different about this one is the brewery hasn't been going that long. They've been around since 2010, but really only got going in 2014. That's when they really started, you know, getting all their beer recipes on point and getting all the stuff out to the rest of the country and to the rest of Europe as well. Now this beer is only available from November till March, and again that is in keeping with the seasonal beers that are available in Belgium and in Germany too. They do it quite a bit over here as well, but you do get these strong winter beers that are available all year round, but specifically in Belgium and Germany, that's when, you know, winter beers are usually sort of November, October to March, or sometimes May in Germany. But it's a style that I really do like. I've had some good ones, but I've also had some pretty terrible ones as well. So it is hit and miss with these beers. Now I tried the Abbey de Rock one as well, which was really good. So really not sure what to make of this one. On paper, it sort of talks a good fight, but it doesn't give any hints as to what's in it, the recipe, the brew sheet, etc. So I really am going on just by what it tastes like. So let's stop gassing and let's get this open. The 330ml bottle, it's 9% ABV, which is pretty hefty, but again, not unusual for Belgian winter beers. It is 34 IBU. That is a little bit bitter for me, especially for this style. Normally it's sort of around the 20s mark, sort of mid-20s, late 20s. 34 is a little bit over, so be interesting to see what that's like. But there you go, there's the label. That is a new label. The original label was really good. They had a fucking scary looking rabbit on the front, and I think too many people must have complained. Cat was just plain blue. I think too many people must have complained, and yeah, they've changed it. Don't know why. Shame, really. Anyway, let's get it open. Right, I've got to be really careful with these Belgian beers because they've almost all have fizzed up on me because there's a lot of carbonation in this. Let's see how this one's going to go. Yep, this looks like it's going to fizz up. Oh, do you know what? I fucking hate this, especially these winter beers. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because it's bottle conditioned and there's candy sugar in it, and it just adds to the carbonation. And when I'm going to have to put this in a glass to open it. And when you do open it and equalise the pressure, it just comes fizzing out like it's doing now. Gotcha, fucking bastard. Right, well, that wasn't too disastrous. I'm going to have to get the rag of shame out again. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the secret is to not make these fizz up. I keep them upright. I keep them in the fridge, which is probably why it's doing it, because when you bring it out into the sort of warmer air, I'm imagining that's got something to do with it, and they just fizz up. Maybe I should just keep them outside, but there you go. Too late for that now. Spilt milk, as they say. Fucking hell, what a tongue twister that was. I'll tell you what, I can smell this from here. It's really nice. Really strong vine fruit. It's Percy scratching himself. He always does that. He gets so into it. There it is in the glass. And it really does smell of, yeah, damson. Like acidic damson. And plum as well. Really, really big on the fruit on this one. And I have to say, it does smell really good. Unmistakable citrus and acidic fruit, you know, dark acidic fruit. That's what it's smelling like. Oh, it really does smell good. It's like plums, figs. There's a bit of sweetness to it as well. It smells really interesting. But there's definitely like damson, plum, fig, a little touch of black cherry, and a little touch of caramel malt. Really excited to try this. Let's get it down the hatch. Bottoms up. That's really nice, but there's something odd in that, and I'm trying to work out what it is. It's like an apple type flavour, and I'm wondering whether it's an off flavour. It's like a Granny Smith, that green apple flavour. That can be an off flavour, and I know what it is. It begins with A, and I can never pronounce it. It's something like aceldahite or something like that. Here's what it is here. I don't know whether that's what it is. Let me dive in again. No, it's not. That is actually, you can sort of tell that flavour. Now they describe it as green apples, but there is like a very, very subtle apple flavour, but it's not that aceldahide or whatever it's called. I can't pronounce it. I have tried so many times. I really should be able to pronounce it, but I can't. It's one of them words where you get a mental block on. And I've tasted it before in beers, and it's not nice. This, I think, is intentional, and it's there to complement the other fruits that are in this beer, and it tastes quite nice, I have to say. Not bad. As I mentioned yesterday, with the Saint-Ferlin stuff, however it's pronounced, it's a French word. Me and the French, you know me and the French don't get on. It's like that. They haven't gone overboard on the candy sugar. It doesn't taste artificial. There is quite big ethanol notes on this. The head retention, I have to say, is really good. And there is quite nice dark fruit. But the biggest thing which I like about this is it's quite balanced, doesn't taste artificial, and it's very drinkable. There is some sweetness there. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a little touch of hop bitterness on the back end of that. Like grassy herbal bitterness on the back, which is quite nice, I have to say. And all in all, that is not a bad Belgian winter beer. The ethanol is big on this though, I have to say. It's one of them ones where you get it in every mouthful. It's almost like a quad, where, you know, you've really got to be into that flavour to appreciate it and to actually like it. A lot of people don't like that really strong spirit alcohol, which is fair enough. You know, there are certain flavours in beer that people just do not like. Ethanol is one. The invert sugar or candy sugar is another. Licorice being another. And, you know, there's various other flavours as well. You know, you can go on all day about the New England style and the West Coast style. There's flavours in there that people don't like, but I have to say, this is quite nice. Yeah, no complaints whatsoever. Quite nice, quite balanced. Loads of fruit on that. I mean, that is the big thing about this. There is caramel malt, there is big ethanol, but the thing that makes this is the fruit flavours in there. Really nice. All dark fruit, vine fruit. Initially, the aromas were very like acidic, damson, fig, grape, black cherry, that sort of type of flavour. I really like it. That is a good one. Very nice indeed. So what's the verdict on Dunekeun? I have to say that is not a bad one at all. Now these Belgian winter beers can be really hit and miss, and I've had some of the misses, believe me, but this is really nice. I'm just looking on the side of here, it's got 100% West Vlaams, or West Vlaams as they say. That's just saying 100% from West Flanders, and that is actually, they've got a very strong accent in West Flanders, and a lot of the people from the rest of Belgium cannot understand it. I suppose if you want an equivalent over here, it'd be like Geordies or something like that, you know, somebody with a thick Newcastle or Geordie accent. You know, when they start talking and get a few beers inside them, they might as well be speaking fucking Chinese, because I cannot understand them. And that's what it's like in West Flanders. And they have different ways of pronouncing words. You know, in West Flanders, somebody told me Gers, you know, the style of beer, they called it Huza. That's how they pronounce it. So it's almost like a foreign language, if you like. I can see how they're doing it as well. The G in Flemish, certainly in Dutch, is pronounced H. But they really accent it, and it's like Huza. That's how they pronounce it. But yeah. But this is nice. I do like it. Very balanced. Not too much of the candy sugar sweetness in there. Lots and lots of fruit. Big ethanol on that. A very solid Belgian winter beer. Not the best though. I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. But that is a well-deserved 8.5 out of 10. And I can remember how much, if I can find the paperwork. Did I get rid of it or did I keep it? No, I kept it. I think this must be the final one from this Hereford beer shop, and it cost me, I didn't get it from there, I got it from Beers of Europe, and I think it was around the £3 mark, or a little bit over, but very nice indeed, I have to say. Yeah, that's a very well deserved 8.5 out of 10. I recommend it. Have a look on Beers of Europe. fill your boats, that is a good one. And remember, beer is working class champagne.